going on, everybody? Thank you so much for coming back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Onward. So Onward, the new Pixar film that recently just left theaters and is now on Disney Plus. Thank God for that. They brought it to Disney Plus a little bit early. And yeah, you know, I had tickets to see it on opening night. Something happened, I couldn't watch it. And then this whole, coronavirus thing happened and we all got quarantined at home. The theaters closed down and I never got the chance to see it in theaters. And now that I saw it on Disney Plus, I'm really bummed that I missed it in theaters. I feel like this would have been a great experience in the theater, but I'm really happy to have actually watched this movie. I haven't done a lot of Pixar films on this channel yet, but Pixar is a huge part of my childhood and honestly a studio that honestly has never disappointed me. Maybe Cars 2, but yeah, even then I still enjoy it for what it was. But yeah, on an overall level, I love Pixar films. They always are able to tug on the heartstrings. They have great messages, great animation for that time whenever that film comes out, and they're just fun, really good films that I always have a nice, charming time with. Onward takes place in a fantasy world that is much like our world today. There used to be magic and dragons and all kinds of crazy quests and adventures that you'd see in fantasy stories. However, once magic left the world, it kind of turned into a world like we have today. Normal houses, normal people living normal jobs and normal lives and going to toll booths when they're on the highway. It's just a normal world just with fantasy characters. You have trolls, goblins, fairies, all those kinds of things, elves. I really like the fact too that unicorns are essentially like the neighborhood cats in this world, like the alley cat that's just kind of like eating out of the garbage can. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, so that's the kind of world that you have in this movie, and this movie centers on two brothers in this family. One of them is about to turn 16, or he's turning 16. His birthday is now here, and his mom hands him a gift that was, supposed to be for him once he finally turned 16, for him and his brother. And inside of it is a wizard's staff with a stone, and essentially they have the opportunity to bring their father, who passed away years before, back for one day. After casting the spell, it does not go in their favor, and they actually only bring half of their dad back, just the leg part. Now the two brothers have to go on this quest with half of their dad's body to look for another stone in order for them to cast the spell again and get the remainder of the day with their dad. This is just like every other Pixar film. It's just a touching, heartfelt movie. It's incredibly well done. It's incredibly well acted as far as the voice acting, and it's just a really heart-tugging film that I had a really great time with. On top of that, it's just thoroughly entertaining. It's a great ride. There's a lot of great messages in the film. There's a lot of great exciting sequences. There's a lot of laughs to be had. I really enjoyed the cast in this. The main two brothers are played by Tom Holland and Pratt, and they do an incredible job. They really do have great chemistry. They just know how to act. They know how to bring characters to life, and I just really love Tom Holland and Pratt in this film. I love them in general, but yeah, I really enjoyed their performances in this film. I really enjoyed their brotherhood in this film and the journey that they go on. This film in a lot of ways really reminded me of Frozen, where, the big message at the end of that film was the heartfelt love between two sisters. It wasn't about a man and a woman. The love really was about a sisterly bond, and that's something that's really special, and I think that made Frozen very, very unique. And I think in the same way, this is about brothers. This is about family. This is about brotherhood and what that can really mean, what two brothers can really be for each other. And I really enjoyed that about this. I really enjoyed, again, Tom Holland and Pratt play brothers really, really well. There's a lot of conflict and tension throughout the film. One thing that I kept thinking about as I was watching the movie is this movie just does a great job of setting things up and having things pay off. Whether it's a joke, whether it's some big story beat, whether it's a character moment, there are so many little things and references and callbacks throughout the film that give you satisfying conclusion to so many things throughout the film. This is a really well put together, really well directed, really well written, and really well acted film. I really had almost no negatives when it comes to this film. I had a really great time watching it. I think that it's a film that's going to do great for kids. It's a film that a lot of parents can take away from. And I think if you just have a brother or a sibling, there's a lot to take away from there too. On an overall level, guys, this is a really good film that I think, again, is just really well done. I had such a great time with it. I do really highly recommend it. If you have Disney Plus, sit down and give it a watch. If you like Pixar films, if you're a fan of anything like Toy Story, Coco, or anything else that Pixar has done, I highly recommend you go and sit down and watch it, because this is easily one of their better films. I think this is definitely within my top 3 or top 5 of Pixar films. I think it's a really strong film with a really strong message, a nice fun adventure, and it's very clever. It was very creative. It's the one thing I kept thinking about. It's like, sure, they're taking these fantasy tropes and these things that we already know and expect from fantasy and playing on them, having fun with them, making jokes out of them, and having a good time with it. I think this is a film that you can tell the creators had a lot of fun putting together. Again, the voice cast is really, really great. It's a very heartfelt story that at the end of the movie, I had a smile on my face. I was engaged throughout the entire thing. I was never bored, and I have very minimal negatives, nothing that's really even worth mentioning. There are some things that I guess could have been handled better, or some things that could have been cut, but but you have that with every single movie. This, for the most part, was a very positive experience for me, and a film that made me think, a film that made me feel, and that's really what I want out of a movie. More than anything, I want to feel something, and this is a film that definitely made me feel. I was definitely attached to the characters, I was attached to their journey, and it's a film that I'm definitely looking forward to watching again. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be my thoughts on Onward. Definitely leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this movie. Have you guys checked it out on Disney Plus? Did you get a chance to see it in theaters? Definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. Comment your thoughts down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so, and I'll see each and every single one of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.